Hello, and welcome back to Foods Entertainment. This time for my review of 2009's Underworld, Rise of the Lycans. Here's your snap cover. Alright, Underworld, Rise of the Lycans. Now I have mentioned before, now I'll mention again, I am not a fan of this movie. Let me explain. There was no need whatsoever to make Underworld Rise of the Lycans. The story of Lucian and the story of Victor are told to you in the first two films. There is no need to make a movie that shows you what you've already been told. And that's basically what Underworld Rise of the Lycans is. And basically, we already know the plot of this movie just by watching the first two films. So I'll just go into the plot of the film very easily. Quite a few thousand years ago, pre-Christ or something like that, probably in Holy Crusade's time or something. I don't know. Somewhere back then, when William's, natural werewolves are too much to bear, Victor comes across a infant werewolf that has the ability to take human form too, instead of permanently being in wolf form. He names the kid Lucian. Lucian grows up to respect the vampires and does their bidding. And he falls in love with Victor's daughter. And to protect his daughter, he disobeys the rules, is enslaved for all time because he disobeyed the rules. Victor's daughter, Sonia, he was in love with Lucian as well, breaks him out of prison, basically. Doesn't technically break him out of captivity, but gives him the means to get out of captivity. And he escapes. Victor finds out about Sonia. Lucian tries to go back to save Sonia, to be captured by Victor. And then, of course, we have the big thing that we already know. Lucian is tied on chains while Sonia is being fried to death at the rise of the sun in the morning, basically. Executed. Then he breaks the chains, escapes, and then forms his army of hybrid Lycans, like himself. And they battle it out with Victor, and then, of course, the last thing in the film we see is Lucian goes his own way. Victor goes to sleep for his slumber, not to be woken again until, obviously, the events of the first Underworld movie. So, like I said, very, very quick, easy plot, because there's no need for this fucking movie. Okay? Does it have good action in it? Yes. Is it an exciting film? Yes. Did I enjoy watching this movie? Yes. If you like Underworld films, you enjoy watching this movie too, but I think we can all agree that this movie does not need to exist. Everything is told to you that is in this movie in the previous two movies. Alright, well, let's talk about the quality of Underworld Rise of the Lycans. This one, like the previous two, has a very big presence of a cool temperature overwhelming a warm and neutral temperature, where there's almost no warm temperature at all in the cinematography of the film. So it's supposed to be like a blue lit looking digital type movie. But surprisingly enough, there are some sequences in this film in which there is a little hint of warm temperatures in the cinematography of the film. The picture is crystal clear. It's not 4K, but this 2K Blu-ray is pretty crystal clear in terms of the quality of the film. The audio. This is in Dolby True HD. not uncompressed PCM like the previous two films, which means this has much more of a theatrical presentation instead of just a bunch of blasty noise, which is what uncompressed PCM sounds like. Lots of good effects traveling around and stuff like that. Very good presentation of audio. It's not Dolby Atmos or anything like that, so I don't expect like a really immersive experience with the audio. But for a W2HD audio source track, it's not bad at all. Not bad at all. I would say case cover wise, this is probably one of the more interesting looking case covers for Underworld. The previous two, not so much. They're kind of mundane. And that's pretty much all there is to say about this movie. I will tell you the specs of it. Obviously, it was originally shot in CinemaScope 2.35.1, but of course for home video, whether it be DVD, or streaming, or Blu-ray, it is modified to a 2.40.1 widescreen format. Well, like I said, a quickie because there's not much to say about this movie. I mean, it's a film we didn't need. I would say that I do like Michael Stein in Michael Stein as Lucian is pretty good in this movie. He has a lot more to do. He did in the first film. I say Bill Knightley is a lot more sinister and a lot scarier as Victor in this movie. He is in the first film. And the small little scenes he had in the second. We can't really have his villain in all these movies because he, after all, was dead. But, yeah, that's it. Like it or hate it. That's Underworld, Rise of the Lycans from 2009. March 2009. Be more precise. I also might add, this is my first time watching it theatrically. I did not watch this at the big screen in 2009. Well, that's it. I'll see you guys next time for next review. Until then.